Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to update another eyeshadow project. This is definitely one for the long haul though. This is the project Year of Usage, which was created by Kathrine. It's a really fun project where you focus on your eyeshadows and you need to use every single shadow in your collection, or whichever kind of span you focus on. You have to use every single shadow the same amount of times as the year we're in. So currently we're in 2025, which means that I have to reach for every single eyeshadow in my collection that I'm focusing on 25 times. So the way I have decided to do this is that I focus on my single shadows only, mainly because I have last year neglected my single shadows quite a bit, mainly just because I did my Big Fat Eyeshadow project where I focused on my eyeshadow palettes, and I also have so many beautiful single eyeshadows in my collection and I want just to reach for them more. I absolutely love this product because it is also very kind of easy. You can literally focus on any shadow that you want. It's not like a product where you roll in shadows randomly and then you have to use those. Of course, I am a little bit pushed to try to hit my goal on shadows. So if I'm close to those 25 uses, I might be more inclined to reach for that shadow rather than others. But if I decide to go into my collection and pick out any eyeshadow that I want to focus on, the good thing is that those uses are always going to count no matter what I rather reach for. So it is a great way to just reach for more shadows and also have more freedom with the looks that you do. So I'm going to let you know how I'm doing with this project today, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. Alright, so I think it was 2 months ago when I first introduced this, I decided to do a focus 15 for this project. So these are just 15 single shadows that I want to focus on to hit my goal on. It doesn't necessarily mean that I need to reach for these. It doesn't mean that I need to hit my goal on all of them or even necessarily focus on these more, but these are the ones that I'm tracking and kind of just have in a palette for easier access. So I'm gonna go through initially how I'm doing with this palette and which ones I was able to hit my goal on, and just in general how these went. So let me pull up my spreadsheet just so I can show you how's it looking now. Alright, so we have them here in order. I'm going to go through them. The first shade here is from Cleona. This is the shade Line of Queens. I have reached for this one 11 times. Next to that we have the shade Opulent, which I have reached for 10 times. So both of those are of course not hit goal yet. However, the shade next to it, which is one of their jewel monochromes, is the shade Spire. It's actually what I'm wearing on my list today. I'm wearing other blues with it, of course, and some topper shades on in a half or in a third, just because it is so deep. But that shade I actually reached for my 25th time today, which means that I have hit my goal on that one. So that is really great. I'm actually going to go ahead and move that so you can see. But yeah, that one right there I have hit my goal on, which is fantastic. Then we have two Shine by Three shades here. We have Reserve number 7. I have used that one 9 times. And then here we have the shade Ice Blink, which is another one that I actually hit my goal on. So this one I have now reached for 25 times. I'm also reaching for this one the 25th time today. I had a couple shades that was very close to 25 uses, and I decided to reach for those two today, plus some others which I will talk about later. But you can see this one has a nice dip now and I'm happy with those 25 uses. It's one of my favorite shades in my collection. I'm wearing that one as a topper on the inner corner right now. But yeah, that is the second goal hit for the month. Then next to that we have another Shine by Three shade. This is the shade Golden Girl, which I have reached for 12 times. So yeah, still in the project. We have two Cindy Gray shades. We have this one here and this one here, which I often reach for together. So they actually have the same amount of usage. The lighter shade is Laughter, and then the darker of the two is the shade Time to Celebrate. And I have reached for both of those 22 times. So I'm very close to 25 uses, but not quite there. So those are definitely some that I will try to hit my goal on for next month. Then for these two shades, these are Divina. I have not used this one too much. This one is Sweet Sunbeam. I have only reached for that one once, and Orion next to it I have reached for 3 times. So not the best, but that's okay. For the next brand we have Terra Moons. We have this shade here, which is the shade Solar Flare. I have 8 uses on that one. And here we have Winter Star, which I have 17 uses on. Again, quite a high number, but not 25 yet. I do have here a shade from the Pastel Roses. This here is the shade Bismuth, which is another one that I actually hit my goal on. So this is another shade that I have hit my 25 use on. You can see I also hit pan on it, which is great. I'm really, really pleased with that. But that is the third shadow that I've hit my goal on. So that is moving down to the bottom. And yeah, overall very happy with that shade. I used it a lot as like a nail polish. I really like it that way. But also on my eyes. It does look very blue in the pan once you look at it. I don't know if you can see that there, but it does have that pink shift, which you can definitely see on camera. So it's a very shifty shade and I do really like it. And then here we have the shade Bombshell, which is also from the Pastel Roses. I've reached for that one 2 times. And then lastly we have this shade from Jelly Glow. This is the shade Peachy Keen, which I have 4 uses on right now. So out of this palette I have hit my goal on 3 out of the 15. So not the best, but I am really close on 2. These 2 Snowy Grey shades, and some of them I'm getting closer on as well. So that's kind of like where I'm sitting with these shades. Again, I'm really happy with those hit goals kind of things. What I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to take out all of the shades that I'm not going to focus on for the next month, and I will talk you through what I want to replace those with and which ones are staying in my focus 15. Alright, so I have emptied out the palette and these are the shades that I decided to keep in. So we have 10 shades right now. We have Reserve number 7, Golden Girl, Laughter, Time to Celebrate, Sweetie Sunbeam, Orion, what's this one called? Can't remember now. It is called Flare Star. We have Winter Star, I believe, and this is Bombshell, and then we have Peachy Keen. So I'm going to introduce you to the new shades that I'm rolling in, because we have 5 more spots now when I clear some space. So let me talk you through what I'm rolling in. So first up we have Cleona, and I'm rolling in 3 new shades. The first one I want to focus on is this one right here. This is another one of the Jeweled Multichromes. This is the shade Anil, which is more green to you, but to me it is like a purpley blue. It's a really stunning shade, but I thought this one would be fun, and it's nice to have these like jeweled multichromes in this palette just because I don't reach for them much on my own, and they'd be lovely to reach for as liner. So that's going to be the first shade I'm rolling in. Then sticking with like a similar type of color, we're also rolling in this shade, which is a bit more of a colorful shade. This here is the shade Ripple, and it's a beautiful, beautiful shadow. It is one of their glitter multichromes, and I thought this would be nice for Easter, so I'm rolling that one in too. Then I'm very, very excited for the next shade because this is a brand new shadow to me. I actually got it today in the mail, and I did make an order from Cleona. I haven't shared these with you yet, but I will in a very short upcoming video in my beauty eyeshadow bank, sorry. But this here is one of their new shades. This was from the holiday countdown box, and this here looks like a white shade, but this is one of their iridescents, and it's the shade Star Cut, which I believe is one of their series 3 iridescents. But I'm really, really excited to reach for this one. And it's brand new to me, so I'm of course excited to just play with it. So those are the 3 Cleona shades right there, and these 3 I have 0 uses on for now, so none of them have use, but that's okay. I'm excited to start working on them and see how far I can get in a month. I'm not necessarily expecting to hit my goal on those, but I do just want to have those colors in the rotation. The next shade we have is another Shine by SC shade, and this is actually also a new shade to me. This is one that I picked up earlier this month, and this is one of their Sparkle Lights shadows, and this is the shade Stunner. It's a really, really beautiful like multicolored sparkle shade, and I'm very excited to reach for this one. This is supposed to be so stunning. I actually haven't reached for this one on my eyes. I've reached for other shades from this collection that I picked up, but not this one yet. So this is also sitting at 0 uses, but I do think this one is going to be a great like everyday shade to use as a topper. And I'm very excited to roll that one in and start using it. So that is going to be the next shade. So we do have the palette like this now. We have these 3 shades and then that one rolled in. And then we have one more spot to go, and I decided to roll in a shade that's in my palette at the moment. So this is one that I want to focus on anyway. And this here is from Glam Shop. It is the shade Bombawi, which has like that kind of tan base and then a gold to pink shift. I'm really excited to reach for this one. I absolutely love this shade, and I think I'm going to want to reach for this one more now when it's warming up. And with this one I do actually have some pre like tracked usage. I'm sitting at 9 uses with this one, so you know, still got a bit of a way to 25 uses, but better than the other ones that I rolled in. So this right here is now going to be my new color story, a bit more kind of springy. I feel like with these greens rolling in, we have like some more colorful shades there, but I think this is going to be a really fun color story to work on. For next month, I'm definitely going to try to have a couple more of these out. These two shades I am very close to 25 uses, so that's going to be easy. And then some of the others are definitely going to be harder, but I will try to have some more shades rolling out. And of course, I might hit my goal on other things that is not in this palette, and if I do so, I will of course share it in the next update. But before I wrap up this video, I will also let you know now percentage-wise where I'm sitting with my collection and how many eyeshadows that I have hit my 25 use goal on. Alright, so in February I had hit goal on 8 out of my 603 singles, so a very small amount, but I was, you know, getting somewhere at least. Or I had a hit goal on 1.33%, so not crazy high, but that is okay. And then in the past month, I was able to hit goal on 3 shades. I already shared them with you, but that was the shade Bismuth from the Pastel Roses, Spire from Cleona, and then Shine by SD Ice Blink, which was in collaboration with Sticking Shifts. So that's 3 more shadows. And adding that all up, that means I now have hit my goal on 11 shades. However, like I mentioned briefly, I have actually brought in some new eyeshadows in my collection, which I will talk more about again in my eyeshadow bank. But I'm now having a total of 620 single shadows. And with that, it means that I now have hit my goal on 1.77% of my single shadow collection. So again, a very low number, but that is okay. I know this is going to be a long haul project, and I'm also expecting the number to go up quicker towards the end of the year when I have, you know, closer to 25 use goal on more shadows, because I might use, you know, shadows here and there and be closer to 25 uses on them, but not quite there. Whereas now a lot of the eyeshadows in my collection are starting at 0. So there you guys, is actually going to be it for this update today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I absolutely love this project, so make sure to check out Sarah Kathrine. Again, she will be linked down below. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.